What is up? What is up? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Lebu Mamabolo, aka Set You Free, society's number one enemy. Didn't get the memo, freedom kid, and the list goes on and on. Right now I'm being laughed at, but it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It is fine. I have a very special podcast today. Very special, because I'm joined by some of my friends. How about that? My friends decided to hop on the podcast, and I'm very, very grateful for such things. So I'm going to introduce them. First, we're going to start off with my G, Austin. What's good with you, homie?
Not much, that boy, man. I'm here, you know what I'm saying? We coming from Tallahassee right now, 850. I'm from the 239. If anybody knows that, I'm from Southwest Florida, down there by Miami, about an hour and a half away from Fort Lauderdale, give or take. Yeah, but I'm here joined too as my other friend here. His name's Chevy. Chevy, you want to tell him something?
Yeah, it's your boy Chevy coming from St. Martin, relocated to Tallahassee, Florida. You know, we out here doing it big. Shout out to Labo, shout out to Austin, shout out to TJ. You know, we out here just doing our thing, bro. You know what time it is.
Also, we want to give a shout out to Africa Radio. Africa Radio, please, if you're listening out there, you know we coming to you with the jams, man. But here, back to Lebo, man.
Blessed. This is awesome. We also got one of my OGs, TJ, in the room, but he's eating, so we'll let him be. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy his Boro? Is that what it's called? I'm not even sure. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. We're going to be talking NBA, okay? I know I've been doing a lot of sports talk recently. Well, it's because sports is the most exciting thing right now, at least, you know, during this pandemic. It's the only thing a lot of people have. So right now we're going to go into the NBA. And the first topic we are going to bring up, ladies and gentlemen, is the early MVP race. Now, the ESPN recently dropped an article asking its correspondents who they think the early MVP who the early MVP candidates are. And the three names that were mentioned the most were LeBron James of obviously the Los Angeles Lakers, who are 14-6, Joel Embiid of the 76ers, who are also 14-6, and the Joker in Nikola Jokic, who is in Denver, 11-8. So Austin, Chevy, I have to ask you both, who is your front runner today for the MVP and why?
My MVP front runner would have to be, I think right now, I'd have to say maybe Joel Embiid. I think the 76ers are doing a great job. When they traded for Seth Curry, they gave him some shooting outside. Yes, I know Ben Simmons is still, you know, in the paint with it, you know what I'm saying? But they're doing their thing right now, and I can really see them, you know, doing big things in the East right now, giving maybe a challenge to the Nets right now because they are considered the favorites. But right now, though, I think Joel Embiid is doing a great job in Philly right now. They surrounded him with the pieces that they needed and great coaching, obviously, coming from Doc Rivers, coming from Los Angeles, over there from the Clippers organization. I think they're doing a great job there right now. And, going to pass it on here to my dog, Chevy, right now. Let him know, Chevy.
All right, y'all know what time it is. My MVP frontrunner is someone who hasn't been mentioned, but is also, I would say, comeback player of the year. That's Kevin Durant. This guy tore his Achilles, and came back and averaging 30. Like, he averaging 30 on his sleep, and he not even trying. I'm just saying. Like, Kevin Durant is that dude, bro. Whether it's from three, mid-range, layups, dunks, his defense is up. I mean, my goodness, KD's tearing it up. And, you know, people say, you know, well, he has Kyrie, who was missing for, like, you know, weeks. Then, you know, you just got James Harden, you know, leading scorer in the NBA for how many years straight now. But, I mean, MVP sounds like KD. I'm just saying, it rhymes. So you know what time it is. I'm going with Kevin, the Slim Reaper, Durant.
You know, I don't understand why everyone calls him the Slim Reaper, okay? I don't get that part. Why? Why Slim Reaper?
Bro, he's so skinny. You see his legs, bro? It's like hockey sticks. I'm just saying. Like, he's a unicorn. Like, they call Porzingis a unicorn, but Kevin Durant's the OG unicorn. 7 foot. A jumper that is so wet. This dude could pull up from 30 in his sleep. I'm just saying, he's a Slim Reaper, bro. Like, I mean, oh my gosh, I can't even, bro. Like, and I'm a LeBron guy. Like, LeBron's my favorite player, and LeBron is like a close second behind him. But I'm just saying, like, damn.
Let me ask you guys a question then. Who do you have in the finals? Who you got in the finals then? Let me go to Austin first. Who you got in the finals, Austin? And please, if you say Boston, I will laugh. Okay.
This man's saying Boston, but I actually think my squad can actually go to the finals. I honestly think we have some promising rookies as Neil Smith from Vanderbilt. He's given a good 20 minutes off the bench. I think he's improving. Payne Richard, he got injured right now, but he'll be back 2 weeks though. Hopefully, coming off the bench, he was averaging I think about like, I would want to say at least more than 10 and 4. I believe coming off the bench. So from Oregon product, obviously, they do good things out there, and obviously Jaylen Brown's been coming into his own thing, Obviously, I think he's really made that leap. He's an all-star. I think he's averaging 27 and I think in 8 right now. He's playing as good as anybody right now. I believe in the NBA right now too as well. You know what I'm saying? He's holding his own right now. Jason Tatum just came back too as well. Kemba's got to get off the flow, you know what I'm saying? And I think really right now our big three, I think we can really do something. If Kemba can get on the same page with them two guys there, JB and JT, I think they can really do something. And honestly, I think the Nets too, they're going to be favorites coming out of the East as well. I really think the Nets are, they're obviously, I think, the front runner to go to the finals, and maybe face either, I think, both LA teams, either the Clippers or the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? Paul George and maybe Kawhi maybe get it together from the Clippers. They may be able to do something, you know what I'm saying? If they actually play together as one, in one unit. And obviously the returning champs, LA, you know what I'm saying? The Lakers, they do their thing, AD and LeBron. Obviously, LeBron's every year is an MVP candidate, you know what I'm saying? He's always maybe either the front runner, but people say it's boring, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing him always be, entertained by that. But he probably is the best player right now in the league right now as well. So, them too. And I think those are my 4 teams right now. I believe that maybe go to the finals. Yeah. Eric Chevy, you're up next, bro.
All right, I'm back. NBA Finals. Let's start in the East. In the Eastern Conference Finals, I've got the Philadelphia 76ers versus the New Jersey Nets. And who comes out of the East, you say? The New Jersey Nets. I'm just saying. You got Kevin the Slim Reaper Durant. Kyrie with handles that will shake you, bake you. Oh my goodness. Kyrie Irving. You've got James bleeping Harden. I'm just saying that Philadelphia ain't ready for that kind of scoring offense. I'm just saying. Do people argue that the New Jersey Nets can't handle Joel Embiid? My retort is this: who on the Philadelphia 76ers can handle Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and James Harden? I think there's no answer in the East for them. Now we go to the West. I've got the Battle of L.A. The Los Angeles Clippers versus the Los Angeles Lakers. The matchup we wanted last year, but the Clippers choked per usual. The team in the basement choked per usual. But I think they're coming back with a vengeance. But I don't think that's going to be enough for Anthony Davis and that man, the myth, the legend, born 1984 to one Gloria James. I'm just saying, LeBron freaking James. So I got the Lakers versus the Nets. And I have winning the NBA Finals once again, the Los Angeles Lakers. Shout out to Kobe, R.I.P. Y'all know what time it is.
It's funny you mentioned Kobe, because that's actually the next topic I wanted to talk about. January 26th, of course, sad day in the basketball world. Lost a legend to the game. definitely meant a lot to a lot of people. I can speak for myself. I didn't know much about basketball growing up. I grew up in South Africa, so basketball is not really seen as one of the sports that people care about, especially when I grew up. I did not pay attention to basketball. However, one name that kept circulating was Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. That is one name that just kept circulating, even in a country that doesn't even pride itself around the sport. His name was there. And that's how I got into basketball, funny enough. So I wanted to ask you, Chevy, what impact did Kobe have on you as a, not only as a basketball fan, but just in basketball in general?
Man, Kobe Bean Bryant. Man, that shit hit hard. My bad, didn't mean to curse. But, you know, damn, he really gone. But, to be honest, if I'm being honest, I know, like, everyone says, like, you know, oh my gosh, I love Kobe. Like, everyone's like, I love Kobe. But if we're being real, like, when Kobe was in the league, like, there were a lot of dudes that just didn't like him. I'm just saying, like, if you were a Celtics fan, you didn't like him. If you were a LeBron fan like me, you did not like him, like, at all. Like, you already know the debates. Like, you had LeBron versus Michael Jordan. You have LeBron versus Kobe. And you can't take both sides, so you got to pick a side. And like me, like, I pick LeBron. So, you know, whenever the debates come up, I'm always like, man, LeBron's better for this, this, and this. You know, pulling out the stats. He's better at everything else than Kobe except scoring and all of, you know, the whole thing. But outside of the game, you just got to, you know, you got to respect him. Like, he's Kobe Bryant. Like, you always going to have the hero and the villain in everyone's story. And Kobe was the villain, but he was, you know, he's the villain, but you still respect him. Like, you respect his game. That's why he's the villain. Like, if a guy is whack, I'm going to just be real. Like, you're not even going to bother with him. Like, for instance, no one's going to entertain, you know, who's a better player, LeBron or Harden. Like, that's not even a debate. Not saying Harden's whack, but it's not a debate. So, man, when Kobe passed away, like, it hit harder than I thought. Because because for how many years I've just been like, I don't like him. But it was all in the context of sports. Then he retired, and I'm like, damn, Kobe, like, I can mess with you, bro. Like, you're already really chill dude. You know, he won, what was it, an Oscar or something for his book? Mm-hmm. Something like that. Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn, like, he's really, you know, then you see people talk about, like, what he did to reach the heights that he reached, and you're like, man, like, I respect him. Like, you don't like him in the context of the game, in the context of the story of basketball, but you respect him. And yeah, like, man, it just hit harder than I thought. Like, R.I.P. Kobe, man.
Rest in peace to the legend. Rest in peace. What about you, Austin? What kind of impact did Kobe have on you as not just a basketball savant, but just in basketball in general?
I mean, in basketball in general, I feel like he was one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Kobe did a lot for everybody, and I think he touched a lot of people when he passed. Kobe meant a lot to everybody, I guess, in the world, even in basketball and in life, just because it was just the determination to win. He did what he needed to do at any cost to do the best at what he did. When he was on that court, he left it all out there, day in and day out. Every time he was in the gym, either it was at 4 or 5 in the morning, he was in the gym putting in the work, letting everybody know that he was either the first in the facility and he'd probably be the last to leave the facility. Kobe meant that a lot to people when he'd be out there and he'd tell everybody, job's not finished yet. People asking him when they lost the game, he wouldn't say much. He'd probably just look at him and say, we'll be back next week. Or tomorrow, they had a back-to-back, or the following day. But that's what Kobe meant.
That's really good. Rest in peace to the guy. I hope the best for him and his family. You know what's funny? His daughter was 13 when she died. 13. Like, I can't imagine being 13 and being gone. Like, that's it. Game over. That's tough. That's super tough. Obviously, our thoughts and prayers go out to Vanessa and the other Bryant. Can you remember the other daughter's name?
To be honest.
Yeah, it's slipping my mind. I apologize. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you know, our thoughts and prayers still go out to you guys, and we hope nothing but the best for your family. Of course. But we're gonna go ahead and switch topics because Bleacher Report reported that the Celtics are missing a key piece, and that key piece is Julius Randle. They want the Celtics to trade for Julius out of New York. Now, obviously, to me, I don't care what the Celtics do, okay? I really don't. Whatever happens, happens. I think Jaylen Brown is the most improved player so far. I think so. Because he's definitely stepping up. This year, 110%. But my question to you is, can the Celtics make it to the championship in terms of winning the chip, or are they still a key piece away? We'll start with Chevy.
Honestly, I always thought that the Celtics were a key piece away. Like when Anthony Davis was like up in the air being traded when he asked for the trade, I thought that would be the missing piece. I feel like they're missing that big man that they could, like, you know, put the ball in and he could go to work and, you know, rebounds, defense, all that. So yeah, I think they're missing a big man, but I'm not sure if Julius Randle is the answer. But we'll see. Like, I honestly don't think, like, I think the Celtics have to get more experience and get that prominent big man, and sometime in the future they'll be right there in the finals. But until then, like, they'll always be that team that's like really good, but, you know, just missing that one piece, just one piece away.
You gotta answer it, bro. You're the Celtics fan. This is your time to shine, friend. Here you go.
One key piece away, I feel like that is very shallow to say about my team. I feel like we have two great wings that play defense, can easily make all team, at least second team defense, all team. My opinion.
Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. No, that's okay. That's a fair choice. I'm just Confucius. Do you think they're able to take out Philly and the Nets? That's all I'm asking. Out of all teams, do you think they're the ones who can take out Philly and the Nets?
In terms of matchups, Celtics and let me start off with Philly. Celtics and Philly, I feel like if they're shooting lights out, obviously they'll win, because I think the reason like Philly won't like make it to the finals is because Ben Simmons can't shoot and he's not willing to take as many jump shots. So I think like in that regard, like the Celtics like could end up reaching the Eastern Conference Finals, but it's dependent on how they're shooting, how they're playing defense, and if they'll like find a way to not stop, because you can't really stop Joel Embiid, but kind of slow him down. And then in terms of Celtics versus the Nets, I just think the Nets have too much firepower. Like, I mean, you have two MVPs, two scoring champions, Kyrie Irving. Oh my goodness, that dude got handles, and he can shoot from anywhere. I mean, all three of them could literally shoot from anywhere. 3-point, mid-range, layups, all that, and they're willing to share the ball. I mean, these dudes out here scoring like what, 140 a game now? Like, it's crazy. Like, unless you're telling me Celtics gonna reach like 140, like at least 120. I don't think like. I just think they're missing that one piece, man. That just one piece, bro. Just one piece, and also too, if Kemba Walker, I need him to step up. Like he's got to step up. Like I know he's better than what he did last year for sure. But yeah, like I just think that once they get that big man, like they'll be right there.
Game on, it is then. I'm excited. I'm obviously excited for the Eastern Conference. Right now, Philly has. Well, I mean, they have the best record in the East, which is kind of actually pretty cool, you know. I didn't expect much from Philly, at least not this year. I thought it would take a little bit for Doc to implement his system, but they're firing on all cylinders. Firing on all cylinders. Tobias Harris, we were recently talking before the podcast started. Tobias Harris is kind of doing his thing. I don't trust Toby as much as people say he can do for the 76ers, but right now it's the regular season, so we'll wait to the playoffs, because we all know the regular season doesn't actually matter. It's all about the playoffs. It's always about the playoffs. Now I have one last question for you guys, and this isn't about basketball. We're talking football now. Who do you have in the Super Bowl?
I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have TB12, and if anybody out there knows who that is Tom Brady. He's playing lights out. Everybody's going to go to, oh, well, he had 3 picks in the NFC Championship game. Fair enough. But he put up 3 TDs in the first half. So you can go to argue, he put up and he showed up and he put numbers up for his team.
I'm going to just be real. I'm going to start off. I don't really like Tom Brady. That dude needs to retire ASAP. Like, I'm tired of seeing this dude in the Super Bowl. Like, y'all got, like, the NFL has to get it together. Like, y'all got to step up. I'm tired of seeing this dude in the Super Bowl. You're telling me this guy moved from the New England Patriots, went to the Succaneers, and brought them to the Super Bowl. Y'all got to step up. Packers, y'all got to step up. Saints, y'all got to step up. I don't know what y'all doing, bro. I was trying to see Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes, and y'all just ruined it. So I'm just saying. But this is my last hope. I'm rolling with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm rolling with Patrick Mahomes. I'm rolling with Tyreek. I'm rolling with that tight end that is a beast. Oh, my goodness. I'm rolling with that team. That offense is going to click. I think in the third or fourth quarter, I think that the Kansas City Chiefs defense will step up. I think Tyrann Mathieu get a key interception on Tom Brady, get the ball back to Mahomes, and he wins it, and all will be well in the world. Because Tom Brady would have lost in the Super Bowl yet again. And Patrick Mahomes will be on his way to becoming the GOAT, the GOAT of football. Patrick Mahomes. Y'all know what time it is.
Well, you guys know exactly who I'm going for, so I'm not even going to go into all that. But I absolutely am honored and want to thank the both of you for being on the podcast. Thank you so much. Whenever you want to join, please feel free. It would be awesome to have you again. And that is it for the Unqualified podcast. We'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. That's Gucci. That's game over right there. We're done.